was now glowing a bright ruby red. I looked at Stonehenge and found him looking at me. It would be full dark in 4 or 5 hours. There ought to be something spectacular to see in the cloudless skies of Capella 4 tonight. Fleet Admiral Sir Rodney Tregaskis would see to that. From Report of Space Commander Stonehenge to Secretary of Aggression Klung. So, the measures considered by yourself and Secretary of State Gopal Singh and Security Coordinator Natalenko, as transmitted to me by Mr. Hadi Ringo, were not, I am glad to say, needed. Ambassador Silk, alive, handled the thing much better than Ambassador Silk, dead, could possibly have. To confirm Sir Rodney Tregaskis' report from the tales of the few survivors, the Zasroff attack came as the ambassador had expected. They dropped out of hyperspace about 70 light-minutes outside the Capella system, apparently in complete ignorance of the presence of our fleet. Have learned the entire fleet consisted of about 300 spaceships, and reports reaching here indicate that no more than 20 got back to Zasroff cluster. Naturally, the whole affair has had a profound influence, an influence to the benefit of the Solar League on all shades of public opinion. As you properly assumed, Mr. Hadi Ringo is no longer with us. When it became apparent that the Palm Silk Annexation Treaty would be ratified here, Mr. Ringo immediately saw that his status of diplomatic immunity would automatically terminate. Accordingly, he left this system, embarking from New Austin for Aldebaran 9, mentioning, as he shook hands with me, something about a widow. By a curious coincidence, the richest branch bank in the city was held up by a lone bandit about a half an hour before he boarded the spaceship. Final message of the last Solar Ambassador to New Texas, Stephen Silk. Copies of the Treaty of Annexation duly ratified by the New Texas Legislature herewith. Please note that the guarantees of non-interference in local political institutions are the very minimum which are acceptable to the people of New Texas. They are especially adamant that there be no change in their peculiar methods of ensuring that their elected and appointed public officials shall be responsible to the electorate. Department Addendum. After the ratification of the Palm Silk Treaty, Mr. Silk remained on New Texas, married the daughter of a local rancher there, see file on First Ambassador Colonel Andrew Jackson Hickok, and is still active in politics on that planet, often in opposition to Solar League policies, which he seems to anticipate with an almost uncanny prescience. Natalenko reread the addendum, pursed his thick lips, and sighed. There were so many ways he could be using Mr. Stephen Silk. For example, he looked at the Tri-D star map, both usefully and beautifully decorating his walls. Over there, where Hadi Ringo had gone, near Aldebaran 9. Those were twin planets, one apparently settled by the equivalent descendants of the Edwards, and the other inhabited by the children of a Jukes Kallikak union. Even the Solar League ambassadors there had taken the viewpoints of the planets to whom they were accredited, instead of the all-embracing view which their training should have given them. Curious problem, and how would Stephen Silk have handled it? The security coordinator scrawled a note comprehensible only to himself. The End of Lone Star Planet by H. Beam Piper and John J. McGuire. The End of Lone Star Planet by H. Beam Piper and John J. McGuire. Narrated by Mark Douglas Nelson. Music and effects by GarageBand. This here was a SciPod Books production.